Alright, so boom! You ever get the feeling that reality has a back door? Like, something's just off, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Well, turns out you might not be crazy. And no, this isn't another simulation theory or Mandela effect rabbit hole. This is bigger, weirder, and the worst part, it's been hiding right in front of us the whole time. Let me explain. Numbers that predict the future. Okay, so you know how people always talk about patterns in life? How things seem to repeat, how history weirdly loops on itself. Turns out, there's one specific sequence of numbers that keep showing up in ways that'll make your skin crawl. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Yeah, Fibonacci's code. And for some reason, it predicts everything. Stock markets, hurricanes, even the way galaxies form. Sounds crazy? Then explain why hedge funds, secret government agencies, and AI systems obsess over these numbers. The 2008 financial crisis? Fibonacci patterns. The eye of a hurricane? Fibonacci spiral. Your YouTube recommended feed. Yeah, don't even get me started. At some point, we gotta ask, coincidence? Or is something way bigger at play? The hidden code in everyday life. Let's play a game. Look around. See any triangles, repeated numbers, weird spirals? The Mona Lisa? Built on the golden ratio. The Eiffel Tower? Fibonacci sequence. Apple's logo? You already know. You ever wonder why corporations, architects, even ancient civilizations all gravitated towards the same exact patterns? It's almost like they knew something we don't. And yet, every time someone connects the dots, we call them crazy. It's funny how that works. 23, the number that runs the world. You want to talk about weird coincidences? Let's talk about the number 23. For some reason, this number is everywhere. Julius Caesar stabbed 23 times. The Hiroshima bomb dropped at 8:15 a.m. That's 8 plus 15 equals 23. Human DNA, 23 pairs of chromosomes. The Titanic spotted the iceberg at 23:40. At some point, you gotta ask, are we looking at random chance? Or is reality running on some kind of hidden script? The grid theory, why people vanish. All right, let's get creepy. Thousands of people vanish every year. No evidence, no clues. But here's the part that'll mess with your head. If you plot the locations of these disappearances, they line up almost perfectly with ancient ley lines and classified government facilities. Coincidence? Sure. And then you hear about Dennis Martin, a 6-year-old boy who disappeared in the Great Smoky Mountains in 1969. One second, he's playing with his friends. The next, gone. No footprints, no scent for the search dogs, just vanished. Days later, a family miles away reported hearing a scream and seeing something moving through the trees. The FBI got involved. And then, the Green Berets showed up. Let me repeat that. Elite US Special Forces deployed for a missing kid. If that doesn't set off alarm bells, I don't know what will. The time traveler who left clues. All right, let's get weird. There are too many cases of impossible knowledge scattered throughout history. Stuff people should not have known at the time. For example, Da Vinci's notebooks. The dude sketched helicopters and tanks 500 years before they existed. The Antikythera mechanism, found at the bottom of the sea, basically an ancient Greek computer from 200 BC. The Mayans somehow predicted celestial events with laser accuracy, despite supposedly having no advanced tools. Baba Vanga, a blind woman from Bulgaria who predicted world events decades before they happened. She said, in 1989, the American brothers will fall after being attacked by steel birds. Yeah, 9/11. She predicted the rise of ISIS, saying a war would be started by extremists that would spread terror worldwide. She even claimed that by 2025, Europe would be nearly empty and that in 2043, the world would be ruled under one global government. Now, either we seriously underestimate ancient civilizations and mystics, or somebody somewhere got their hands on knowledge they shouldn't have had. And don't even get me started on people in old photos rocking modern fashion or those bizarre out-of-place artifacts like a 100,000-year-old hammer found inside rock. At some point, you gotta wonder, are we looking at history or echoes of something further ahead? The pyramid power grid. You ever wonder why pyramids aren't just in Egypt? They're literally everywhere. China, Mexico, even under the ocean. And here's where it gets spooky. They're aligned with planetary energy grids. Yeah, Tesla, the guy who basically invented the future, believed the Earth had natural energy points that could transmit power wirelessly. And guess what? The Great Pyramid of Giza sits at the exact center of Earth's landmass. But nah, nothing to see here. Definitely just a coincidence. Logos that control your mind. Ever notice how the biggest companies in the world all have hidden messages in their logos? Amazon, that arrow isn't just A to Z, it's a subliminal smile. FedEx, look between the E and the X. There's a hidden arrow. McDonald's, those golden arches designed to subconsciously trigger hunger and comfort. And why do so many corporations use red and yellow? Because they subconsciously make you feel hungry and excited. Bro, we're being played at a level we don't even realize. Are you being programmed? Subliminal messaging isn't a conspiracy, it's a science. Coca-Cola's old ads contain subliminal words to make you thirstier. Old rock albums, some claim they contain hidden message when played backwards. Disney movies, allegedly packed with secret symbols that bypass your conscious mind but stick in your subconscious. And if you think this is just some internet nonsense, then why have multiple advertising agencies openly admitted to researching how to control people's desires without them realizing? Maybe you've been programmed more than you think. The patterns, the numbers, the hidden messages, it's all right there. The only thing left to ask is, how deep do you want to go? And if you ever wake up one day and start seeing the world differently, just smirk, nod, and say, bro, they don't want you to know this.